Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Angel and Finn Show. I am here joined by my co-host, Finian McInerney.
What's poppin'?
All right, so I think we should just get right into it today by recapping the week of football last week. So you have it pulled up on your phone, I can see. You gave me the first game, and we'll kind of do a little back and forth.
All right, so the first game. I'm pretty sure this might be like way farther back than it should be, but
The first one was.
pretty sure it's.
First one was this one.
Was it?
That one.
Oh yeah. All right, so Giants played against the Patriots. I'm just sad. You know.
Now wait, I disagree.
I'm just sad.
I'm not
you know?
sad.
It was close at the half.
Yeah, we fought
And then we just.
I think in that game we could have beaten the Patriots if we had Saquon, Evan Ingram, Sterling Shepard. Like if we have all of our starters, we're good. So I felt that we fought as hard as we could and our defense played really well. It was just like the little things that make our team bad. The blocked punts, and then Daniel Jones obviously has never been against a high-powered defense like that before.
Honestly, I think that's like Daniel Jones. Really, that's like his first like rookie game.
Yeah.
Just wasn't a good game for him.
No.
But he was gonna have a bad game eventually.
Yeah,
He was
100%.
gonna be a consistent passer as like a rookie.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Panthers and Buccaneers.
Panthers. And
Wow,
Buccaneers.
Jameis Winston is god-awful. 7 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 5 interceptions for Jameis Winston.
Famous Jameis. He's not famous for nothing.
I mean, infamous Jameis. I mean, Jesus. I've never seen a quarterback. I mean, his defense was making stop after stop after stop. And the Panthers didn't play a great game. They played a bad game, but they didn't play a great game. And Jameis pick, throwing the game away. There was a play, Finn, I kid you not. Jameis Winston fumbles the ball. Thank God his offensive lineman recovers it. The next play, he has 8 seconds in the pocket, fumbles the ball.
I saw that actually.
Gets blown up.
Oh my god, dude.
He is awful. And then the worst part is that when you watch the play back, he keeps, like, if you watch, like, you know how they show, like, the guy on the sideline after, like, his reaction? He always is looking at the iPad. I'm like, what are you looking at? You threw a pick. You fumbled. You're an idiot. Like, he's making it like it was like, oh, what offensive lineman let up the sack? Like, no, it was your fault.
Yeah, come on, O-line.
All right.
The O-line, I guess, forgot to stick him. All right, Seahawks at Browns. This was uncomfortably close. I know that the Browns are supposed to be good. They're really not.
No, they really aren't.
Their coaching is awful, but the fact that it came down to like 4 points, that's honestly pretty shocking.
Yeah. And their best player is their running back.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to admit that. Everyone says, oh, it's Baker, oh, it's Odell, oh, it's Jarvis. No, it's Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb.
Big Chubb man.
I mean, he literally holds that team on his back. And you can see that his frustration, like when he's running, he's like, I'm the one who's getting all of our points. One, I don't get the sponsorship deals that Baker gets, which, by the way, Baker Mayfield, we could talk about this just for a second, has the most interceptions in the league. He is, I think, below, like, oh my God, I have his stat line somewhere. I saw this the other day, and I actually kind of got appalled. I know he has the most interceptions in the league because he's legitimately, how do I put this, god-awful.
Yeah, no, he's just been like a massive bust. Like everyone thought he was gonna be like, oh, he's gonna be the quarterback to save the Browns franchise. But as all good Browns quarterbacks, they're all good prospects that the Browns have ever had. He just blew up the second he had any talent around him. He's like, who is that guy? Peyton Hillis or something?
Yes.
Nick Chubb, basically Peyton Hillis part 2.
Yes.
Just carrying the team on his back.
Yes, I remember Peyton Hillis. He was on the Madden cover that one time.
He was on the Madden cover, and then he was out of the league 2 years later.
All right, and probably the most surprising win of the week: Texans-Chiefs. Texans win.
Yeah, no, that was pretty shocking.
And this raised the biggest question mark in the league: is Deshaun Watson the MVP? In the 5 list that I've seen ESPN release the 5 list. It was McCaffrey. It was Lamar, Deshaun, Patrick, and I can't even remember who the fifth one was. I think the fifth one's always mixed between like Brady, Rodgers, all those guys.
Probably Wilson.
Oh, well, Russell Wilson. I apologize. Yes, it was Russell Wilson. Yes.
I don't know. I mean, he's something. You know, he's like, not only does he like throw the ball well, but he also runs the ball.
Yeah, but not
Like
run the ball like, again, I love Lamar Jackson. He's one of my favorite players. Lamar runs the ball too much. He had 156 rushing yards this week, and we'll get into that in a second, but it's just, I think that he's running too much, and Deshaun does it where it's like, oh, pocket collapses, they're about to get a sack, Deshaun evades and gets 6 yards.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes him dangerous. All right. Now go to the best game of the week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tank Bowl 2. This is basically the Tua Bowl between the Redskins and the Dolphins. The Redskins won by a single point, but in reality, in the Tank Bowl, the winner is really the loser. So, unfortunately, the Redskins decided to get a bit too many points, and the the Redskins, despite their best efforts to give away the game in the final quarter, just came up short, and they won. Unfortunate, really.
They did. There's not much to say about that game other than the only people who lost are the fans.
I guess the Redskins better get to liking Case Keenum, because that's going to be their quarterback.
Yep. Next game, not a bad game. I personally enjoyed it. It was close for a lot of it. Vikings-Eagles. One guy who's established himself now, and I don't see him getting traded now, Stephon Diggs. Dude had 50-something fantasy points, something ridiculous.
Wait, he was on my bench.
He was on your bench.
I didn't have a defense last week because the Bills were on a bye. So I got like 70 points. But, yeah, I think it's more just, there was a whole drama earlier in the season with, like, Kirk Cousins saying that, like, Adam Thielen was the best player on the team.
Yeah.
And Stephon got really mad at it. So I guess now he's, like, feeding the ball to him a bit more. But, yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. That is obviously Kirk's best game. Overall, good game. Here we go. Here's the next one.
Honestly, it's actually almost a bit surprising that Kirk Cousins is actually, like, somewhat of a threat now.
Yeah, now he's actually doing well.
All right, Saints-Jags. I never really saw the Jags having a chance in this one.
Most boring game of the week.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
It was low scoring. There's nothing at stake here. Like, it's just not a good game.
Yeah, just not good. Then we have divisional game, Ravens-Bengals. You want to talk about uncomfortably close. This is the definition of uncomfortably close. Bengals, they played pretty decent. They came off last week and they looked like they were trying to get a win against the Ravens. Like I said before, Lamar Jackson, 156 rushing yards. The only player in NFL history to be voted for best player on the air, which was week 1 where he had that 5 touchdowns against Miami, to week 6 where he had 156 rushing yards, I think 1 rushing touchdown.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm glad that the Ravens won, but also kind of sad because now the Bengals are gonna try to take Tua from the Dolphins, and
Sure.
I want to see the Dolphins succeed again because my travel baseball coach is a huge Dolphins fan, and it makes me sad walking to practice every Wednesday, seeing him all like distraught with his franchise. But yeah, so that's actually like ridiculously close though. I'm quite surprised. All right, 49ers at the Rams. 49ers just killed the Rams. You know, I don't think the Rams are gonna be making it to the Super Bowl this year. Call it a hunch. I think actually the Rams are probably one of the most mediocre teams in the league.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and even with this trade with Jalen Ramsey, people are like, oh, I'm getting their defense on fantasy. I'm like, why?
It's like
Jalen makes no... If
they
anything...
still suck.
Yes, if any... And they trade out Marcus Peters, and so you trade out swapped good cornerbacks. Well, not swapped because they didn't trade the same team, but swapped good cornerbacks, but then you got one who has a cancerous personality.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't see how that's good.
Also,
49ers are legit. Best running game in the NFL. Best running game in the NFL. Defense plays solid. Obviously held the Rams to 7 points. One of the best O-lines in the league. Jimmy Garoppolo is playing about Eli Manning right now, so average.
Like, I think we all like saw that Jimmy G had this like ability inside of him, but now like seeing that he's actually doing really well against teams that are not terrible.
Yeah.
It's actually quite. I think the 49ers could be a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
Yeah. And
that's
Richard
a very early pick.
And Richard Sherman's a legitimate contender for Defensive Player of the Year.
That's really, really strange.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like last season we weren't even last 2 seasons we haven't said Richard Sherman's name once. And now all of a sudden this season we're like, hey, he might be Defensive Player of the Year. I mean he's
it's something.
Alright, and now we have Falcons, Cardinals 34-33. Who cares? Who cares? Neither team is probably going to make the playoffs.
Neither team's even tanking.
Yeah, neither team's exactly. That's the problem.
Like the Falcons are like still playing to win.
Yeah, the Falcons are still
like-
playing to win. Cardinals think they can win, even though they're in a division with who we just said, the 49ers and the 49ers.
The Cardinals. You can't claim to be a contender when you're 2-3-1 and your quarterback is a shortstop.
I've seen fetuses that are bigger than Kyler Murray, frankly. So the fact of the matter is that Kyler Murray was never ready for the NFL. He had one good college season. Kyler. Anywho.
Should have played shortstop.
Yes, he should have played shortstop for the Athletics.
All right, Titans Broncos. I didn't watch this game. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I didn't even know this was a game.
Yeah, no. Apparently the Broncos curb stomped the Titans. Not that anybody would have expected anything different. But hey, the Broncos now have 2 wins.
Dos Equis.
Good job, Broncos. Proud of you. Joe Flacco. He did okay.
He had 1 interception, 177 yards.
Yeah, he did okay.
Plainly average.
That's just what you're gonna get from Joe Flacco. A completely mediocre quarterback every season without fail.
Yeah.
He'll never be bad, just mediocre.
Yeah. And now we have the most surprising game of the week, Jets-Cowboys.
Oh my God.
The Jets beat the Cowboys in their home stadium in front of the millions and millions of fans.
That's just, I love this.
This is fantastic.
This is the best thing to happen.
This is good.
Sam Darnold does not have mononucleosis anymore, which means that we can now expect weird Jets things to happen again. I'm so excited for Season 2 of Weird Jets Things of the 2019 season. Season 1 got cut short because, I don't know, I guess he... How do you get mononucleosis?
Believe me,
Like, dude, did you your friend have it? You stole his Sprite in the car or something from McDonald's? Is that what happened? Like, what?
I don't understand.
But hey, he's back now. Good job, Sam. Way to make all the Cowboys fans cry on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because that was quite the showing. That was probably the best part of the season so far.
Easily.
Seeing all the Cowboys fans on Twitter. All right. Next game was Steelers Chargers. Both teams are just really mediocre, you know?
Plainly.
It's just not an interesting matchup.
Both teams. I mean, the Steelers' new quarterback came in and played very well.
Oh yeah, Hodges. He
Where is that?
honestly, I think their third string is better than the other two.
You think he's better than Mason?
Yeah, not Roethlisberger. I don't know why I said the other two. Roethlisberger is fat man, throw ball far. But Hodges, I didn't even know his name until last week, and he seemed to be pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't seem out of place. He just seems like a good backup quarterback.
I agree.
Know? And he got him the win.
He did.
Partly due to the fact that the Chargers are just destined
Go
to just
Chargers,
be
go.
average.
All right, so now in the last game, I'll talk about the Monday.
Oh, actually, hang on. Before we move off that, you know that the Chargers in Rams New Stadium is $2.5 billion over budget?
Oh, that's disgusting.
How do you... They don't even have, turf on the ground yet. How are you $2.5 billion over budget?
They said they thought it was going to be $1.50. They were like, it's nothing more than a soda, so we should be fine. Jeez. Anyway, Monday Night Football game, the most controversial game of the week. Lions-Packers.
Lions-Packers.
God, those refs are awful. And I actually agree. I saw this quote on, I think it was ESPN the other day. The guy said, I don't think that it determined the game. It doesn't matter if it did. It's disgusting that these refs made these calls.
Yeah, no.
And it was multiple. The touchdown, the non-face mask, all this stuff. It's like 2017, what's a catch? 2018, what's a sack? 2019, what's a face?
What is a pass interception? What is an anything? What are penalties? What is football?
I don't
You
get
know,
it.
it's like
This game was frustrating to watch. I actually turned it off so I could watch Monday Night Raw. But no, seriously, like, I looked and I was like, I tapped. I can't sit here and pretend like everything is okay with this league when you have guys like that doing that.
yeah, it's
That's just terrible. All right, Ben. So I think you should give us your MLB playoffs recap predictions.
all right. So MLB playoffs. The Nationals swept the Cardinals. I'm so happy about that. I hate the Cardinals. Not because they're like bad players or anything, but because they knocked out the Braves at home. Alright? And I don't like that. Like, come on, dude. And they got absolutely destroyed by the Nationals. Like, it was actually like, it's actually the Nationals' first time ever getting past a divisional round, and now they're in the World Series. This means that the Seattle Mariners are now the only franchise in Major League Baseball to have never made it to a World Series.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Michael Jordan better get his stuff together.
people slept on Steven Strasburg. He did great. Basically, dude, they just beat him. You know, it was just consistently good baseball. You know, and I'd like to think that it's my fault because I went to a Nationals game in like August, and then they went on a big winning streak after that. They were like 15-1. So you know, just saying. But yeah. Then we move on to the Yankees. It pains me to talk about this because Astros fans have all of a sudden become ridiculously insufferable because now they're good. So it's like it's hard, man, seeing just like both Garrett Cole and Zach Greinke basically implode on the mound, and then the Yankees not do anything about it. At home. You have the entirety of New York State in the bleachers screaming for you to win, and you can't do anything. It's terrible. Like, how do you choke that bad? Like, you had Tanaka, who didn't do terrible, didn't do great.
He's the most up and down player
He
on
is.
the team.
He's really like, some days he'll be lights out. Other days he'll be like,
And there's no between.
Then some days he'll be like, give up like 13 runs in
Yeah.
like 2 innings. It's
either one or three. It's either average, fantastic, or literally the worst pitcher in the league.
yeah, no, he's very up.
And he does that on streaks. He'll be like 3 games best pitcher in the MLB, 3 games worst pitcher in the MLB.
Yeah, no, he's generally good in the postseason. I guess he just kind of had a bad game last night, but yeah, going into Game 5, I think. Yeah, Game 5. The Yankees have lost 2 at home, and the series is now, I believe, 3-1. I want nothing else but for the Astros to not win the series at Yankee Stadium. That's all I want. All I ask for is for 1 win at home. It's a Friday night. You have everyone watching. Don't let the Astros embarrass you on your home field. Literally, that's it. It's just... It hurts, man. It hurts. But yeah. Also, the baseballs have actually been traveling, like, a lot less in the postseason. It's like the Cardinals analytics department did the math. It was like 4.5 feet less per fly ball.
Weird.
And it's because, here's what happens, right? This has been a thing since like 2017. Major League Baseball will change the balls for the postseason. So in the regular season, they were juiced up. You could like hit a fly ball and it'd go like 400 feet over the fence.
Yeah.
But in the postseason, they just don't fly. You know, it's really strange. Like in Game 3, Didi Gregorius hit one that probably would have been like a home run in the regular season, and it dropped like 2 feet in front of the wall.
Weird.
You know?
You think it's weather? Or?
No, it's definitely the baseball.
Oh, okay.
This has been happening for the last 3 years. It's annoying. But it even goes for the Astros too, because some guy like pimped a home run and it dropped like 10 feet in front of the wall.
Weird. Huh.
So It's because MLB owns Rawlings, and Rawlings makes all the baseballs. So the
Uh,
MLB can manipulate it however they want.
Interesting.
So it's a whole thing.
Well,
Um,
is that your MLB for this week?
well, I'd like to make some predictions first.
Make some
If the
predictions.
Yankees somehow manage to win tonight, I don't see them winning the series. Because they're going back to Houston, and I've just given up. All right, I'm a jaded New York sports fan. I'm done. You know, just don't lose at home. That's it. I honestly see the Nationals having a pretty good shot against the Astros. I think it'll be at least 6 games. So, but yeah, that's it for baseball.
Interesting.
You were gonna talk about WWE.
I was going to talk about the best wrestling company in the entire
Oh,
planet.
not WWE.
Not WWE.
Even better one.
The BWO. If you guys did not know, I am part of a wrestling organization here at Jonathan Law High School, and we are called the BWO, or the Backyard Wrestling
I thought
Organization.
it was basement.
No, because we're wrestling in the backyard now.
Nice, you moved.
Yes, we did.
Branching out. That's
Branching,
good.
exactly. Yeah, this is our last event that'll be outdoors and open to the public. Then we will go inside to our studio apartment and wrestle in there. We are expecting a lot of people there. A lot of people have said that they're going to come. The wrestling should be fantastic. I personally am doing a hardcore wrestling match against the universe himself, Lucas Greifsue. And I will give you guys a little bit of insight to how that match is going to go, because we've discussed how it's going to go. I will give you one spot. I'll give you a little trailer.
Ooh, sneak peek.
I'm going to take Legos and pour them on the ground and proceed to get my back choke slammed into said Legos.
Like Mick Foley?
Like Mick Foley with thumbtacks.
That's...
So if you guys want to see that and more crazy stuff live, come to 8 Alden Place. That's the number 8, ALDEN Place. Ooh, there's my pen. At 2 p.m. this Saturday, October 19th. It's going to be really fun. We're going to have candy. It's going to be free. It's free wrestling, free tickets. Just come, show up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our main event is Vaughn, or VCW, against Noah Golden. If you guys didn't know, Noah's own mother turned on him. She did. And I think that was hilarious and fun. And I'll tell you guys right now, it's going to be a lot of fun. So come by. It's only really an hour and a half. It's just going to be good quality wrestling. Some comedy matches, some serious matches. You get the whole spectrum. So yeah, that's me with my wrestling for the week. Self-plug.
It's good, Angel.
Yeah.
You know, you're really using your platform.
I am.
Yeah, you think we have time for predictions?
I think we have enough time for some predictions.
Yeah, we got time. Like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I
Alright,
think
let's
it'll
go.
take 20 minutes. Alright, we don't need to predict Thursday Night Football because we're recording this on Friday. The Chiefs killed the Broncos. I don't see anything else happening there.
Yeah, that's just obvious.
Dolphins at Bills.
Bills are going to annihilate them.
I think the Bills probably are going to have more like defensive touchdowns, and the Dolphins will have offensive touchdowns in that game.
No, I agree. I actually might be possible.
Saxonville at Bungles.
Saxon was going to destroy them.
Yeah, no, it's not even going to be a contest. Vikings at Lions. That's going to be a pretty interesting one.
I'll go Vikings on this one.
You're going to go Vikings?
Yeah, I'm going to go Vikings. I don't know why. I think the Lions are kind of demoralized after that last loss.
That's true. Gruden's Grabbers at the Packers.
It's not even going to be close. The Packers
Yeah,
are good
no.
and they're at home.
Yeah, also the Raiders are kind of...
Got a mountain, so.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
They're pretty bad. Rams at Falcons. I honestly don't know. You know?
Yeah, I know. I don't know anymore. You're right. I'll go Falcons because it's in their stadium.
Yeah, I'll go Falcons too. Just, you know. I don't know. By virtue of their logo looking cooler. The Texans at the Colts.
I think Colts.
You think Colts?
I think Jacoby Brissett is pretty dirty. I think their defense is pretty good. So I'm going to go Colts.
Okay. I think I will also go Colts.
Okay, alright.
Alright. 49ers at Redskins.
49ers are going to literally go 6-0. It was just ridiculous to think about.
I can't tell if it's an easy schedule and like them being good as well. It's so weird.
It is bizarre.
I really want to see the Redskins upset them though.
I do too.
That'd be funny.
Case Keenum, MVP. Question mark.
Cardinals at Giants.
They're at Giants, correct? Yeah, they're at Giants. So I'm gonna go Giants. I'm gonna go with my team.
I'm gonna go Giants as well.
Which, by the way, if this is crazy to think about, we win this week. One of the Cowboys or Eagles has to win or lose this week. We'll be in the running for first place.
That is stupid.
That is kind of crazy. I don't know who. Yeah, Giants have Lions.
That's ridiculous, actually.
Yeah, so like in the next 2 weeks, you can see the Giants as the first place in the NFC East. If the Eagles lose this week and next week, the Cowboys win, or vice versa, it could be either one. The Cowboys win this week and then lose next week. We are in the driver's seat for first place, and we win these next 2 weeks.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But the fact that it might be a reality makes me unreasonably confused. All right, Chargers at Titans.
Who cares?
Who
cares?
Literally nobody cares.
Not even.
All right, Saints at Bears. I'm going Saints.
I agree. I'll go Saints. Teddy Bridgewater's didn't play.
Yeah, as long as Khalil Mack doesn't murder him.
Oh, he's crazy. He's literally a freak of an athlete.
I think the Saints might have it.
Okay.
Ravens at Seahawks. Battle of the Birds.
I go Hawks.
Yeah,
they're at
me
home.
Too.
I would never take
also,
this.
Russell Wilson's nasty.
Yeah, MVP. He's MVP.
Yeah. Eagles at Cowboys. I don't know.
This is for the first place, so I'm gonna go Eagles.
I'm gonna go Eagles too, just because I don't like the Cowboys.
All right.
And they've been looking a lot weaker.
And then Monday Night Football.
Yes.
Patriots at Jets.
Dude, I'm so excited to see another Monday Night Football matchup where some team just gets slapped by the Patriots. This is like a weekly ritual at this point.
Primetime football, Patriots destroying another team.
Yeah, unless Sam Darnold gives
They're at
Tom
home.
Brady mononucleosis.
I mean, we could do that. That's a play.
That is a play.
That's a trick play.
Just get Sam Darnold to
it's like
spit on the ball and then hand it to Brady.
It's like the flea flicker, but the mono flicker. All right, well, that is our podcast for this week. I would like to thank you for tuning in to the Angel and Finn podcast. Goodbye.